Thank you so much for everyone who has subscribed lately and all of the sweet comments on my first video using the Zulu palette. You guys are so sweet. Thank you so much for subscribing. Welcome to our little family here that we are slowly building. If you want to get to know me a little bit better or anything, or kind of see what I do on my normal days, follow me on Snapchat because that's mainly where I am. I am going to leave all my social media on the description, but I would love for us to be friends on all of my social media. That way we can all keep up with each other. And I'm just so grateful that all of you have recently subscribed. I can't thank you enough. Like I said, I'm like so excited, and all of your sweet comments just keep me going and really keep me motivated. I know 300 subscribers is not something, you know, major, or it's not something big, but honestly to me it is. And all of you, like I said, that are just leaving all of these sweet comments, just, I don't know, it really does mean a lot to me. So thank you all so much, and before I get all bubbly and stuff, let's go ahead and jump right into this video. Alright, let's get started. I know I'm looking a little crazy right now, and that's because this time, instead of setting my concealer on my eyes with a translucent powder, I actually use white, so that way all the colors that we're going to be using are popping out a lot more. So jumping right into it, I'm going to grab my Zulu palette. Honestly, cannot get enough of this palette. It's so pretty. For the first color that I'm going to grab to start off this really pretty royal blue smoky eye, I'm going to grab this beautiful yellow. This is honestly, like I said, I just can't get enough of this palette. It is so pretty. So I'm going to get a lot of this color, and I'm just going to start working this in my crease. And I'm going to be pretty generous with the yellow because I really want this color to show. So I'm going to grab a lot on my brush without kind of tapping it off or anything, and just again start putting it right there on my crease. Making sure that it's really vibrant and that it really shows up. And sorry if I keep looking this way, but my mirror is over here, so I'm really, like, I know I have this little one, but it's honestly pretty hard to see in this little bitty mirror. So that's why I have my bigger one here, just so I can make sure that I can see everything and that it's symmetrical instead of having the mirror right close to my face. You always want to kind of look back at your work, so that way you can make sure that everything is looking even, everything's looking kind of the same. Okay, so once that color is on and I'm satisfied with it, I'm probably going to go back again with it one more time. But now I'm going to go ahead and grab a little bit of this orange, and I'm going to put it right in my crease. Now this one, again, I'm not going to take it up as high as I did the yellow. I'm going to really focus it more in the actual crease of the eye. And I'm kind of holding my mirror a little bit downwards instead of up here, so that way I can see where my actual crease is. And I'm just going to go back and forth in windshield wiping motions, making sure to really blend that color into the yellow. And now I'm taking the same fluffy brush that I used for the yellow and going back and forth to blend those two colors in together, just making sure that everything is nice and smooth and there's no harsh line between the yellow and the orange. Now I'm going to grab a really small blending brush, and I'm going to dig into this brown just a little bit, and again working it right in my crease. I feel like I can't see it. I'm going to grab my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. I'm going to grab a combination of these two colors right here, kind of mix those in, and I'm going to put that in my crease. There we go. I actually feel like I can see it now. Now I'm just going back with the same colors again, just retouching. You really do want to retouch as you go, because sometimes when you blend a lot, you kind of lose a little bit of the vibrancy of the colors. So I always like to just go back and retouch all the colors one by one. Okay. Ooh. So now that my crease is looking the way that I want it, I'm now going to lay out the base for the blue eyeshadow that I'm going to wear. And as my base, I'm going to use a black liner, and this one is from Tarte. This one is the Tarte's or the Tarte's. I have no clue how to pronounce it. It's the same name as the mascara that I use. But I'm going to use this and put it all over my lid, so that way the blue that I'm going to put on top kind of pops out a little bit more. So I'm just going to take that on a nice flat brush, and I'm going again to put it all over my lid. Making sure to really get these places right here where my lashes are, so that way everything is nice and covered and it doesn't look uneven. Up here, I'm not going to take it all the way up. I'm actually going to smudge it out a little bit with a smaller brush. Right now, I'm just really going to focus it right on the actual lid of the eye. Now I'm going to take this really small brush and kind of start smudging the outside of that liner. Okay, so now that that's on, I know it looks a little messy right now, but we're going to fix it. For the royal blue color that I'm going to use all over my lid, I'm going to grab my electric palette from Urban Decay, and I'm going to grab Chaos from there. And Chaos is this really pretty blue right here. And I'm going to grab that on a nice small brush. This is the brush that comes in all the Anastasia eyeshadow palettes, and I really like it to pack on eyeshadow, so I'm going to put a good amount of Chaos on here and start packing it right on top of that black liner. And to kind of prevent any fallout, I'm really making sure to pat it on instead of like brushing it on, so that way I have a lot less to clean once I'm done. Then very lightly just grabbing that same brush, I'm going to grab kind of like the tip of it and start kind of blending out that blue right here. And now I'm just going to retouch with a little bit of that orange. Grabbing my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette again, I'm now going to mix this color and the black just a little bit, just to kind of give it a little bit more definition on the crease. I think I want it a little darker, so that's why I'm grabbing these two colors. And you can see the difference that it makes when you add a little bit of black on the crease from this look. Like, I feel like it really gives that blurring effect, and it kind of helps it pop a little bit more. Once I am done blending out the black in the crease, I am going to retouch that blue once more. I feel like it's looking the way I want it now, so now I'm just going to go ahead and dust off any fallout that I may have. So what I like to do is kind of dust it and then clean it. Dust and then clean, because otherwise you're just going to be spreading that same color around. So I really like to make sure to clean it. Now I'm going to take my brown liner from LA Girl Cosmetics, and I'm going to start lining my lower lash line. I'm going to grab that same brown and that same black from the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I'm going to start smudging it right here at the bottom. And also a little bit of that orange down here as well. Now that I have it the way I want, I'm not going to do a really dramatic wing because I don't want to cover up this really pretty blue that we just put on the lid. I'm just going to line my upper lash line just a little bit. Now I'm just going to take a little bit of my foundation powder and just kind of clean up that liner. Alright, I went ahead and put on my lashes, and I also went ahead and did my highlight. For my highlight, I did use the Mariah Carey and Matte collaboration along with Champagne Pop from Becca. These two are honestly so pretty. This one's perfect when I'm not as tan, but since I did get a little darker, I have to mix these two, and they honestly go really pretty together. Since I have a lot going on the eyes, I'm going to take a nude lipstick for my lips, and I'm going to take Bow and Arrow from Kat Von D. So I'm going to go ahead and add a nice layer on my lips. Once the lipstick dries down, I'm going to add a little bit of my Animal Cracker lip gloss from Philosophy. This is honestly so pretty because it doesn't add any more color. It's really sheer, and I just want a little bit of glossiness to it, nothing major. So I'm just going to squeeze out a little bit and pat it on my lips. Like I said, it just adds a little bit of shine to the lipstick that you're already wearing. You can wear it by itself as well, but I like to wear it on top of something really nude. I feel like my inner corner is missing something, so I'm just going to add a little bit of champagne pop right in here. All you have to do now is just set it and make sure everything stays in place with a little bit of setting spray. Alright guys, so basically that completes today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.